I'm Amy B. I am a band manager. I travel all over the world. I've been in the music business for 15 years, but I am also a triathlete. And tomorrow will be my 37th triathlon.
So how long has it been? How did we actually meet?
Well, you were my teacher at
That's
Equinox.
right. That's right.
I took your spin class and your sculpt class. And then I think because I don't look like a typical Pasadena person, you thought I was cool and invited me to your house for dinner. And then we realized we had a ton of stuff in common.
That's right. That's
and
right.
became friends outside of the gym.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember, I remember we had a conversation about you doing your first triathlon, and I was doing triathlons. I've been doing triathlons for, gosh, almost 15 years. And we started training together, and I remember you first bought your bike.
I didn't know how to ride it. I mean, I didn't know how to brake. I didn't know how to drink water and ride a bike.
You didn't know how to change the gears either.
I didn't know how to change
or brake,
gears.
or stand still.
And I didn't know how to swim with goggles on. So actually, the first time we went swimming together, Chris brought me her son's goggles, and her son was probably 7 at the time.
Yeah.
And
And
you know,
too small.
and made me put the goggles on and made me swim laps and. You know, and then we would run together. So basically, she lent me a wetsuit. She taught me about nutrition. You know, every aspect of triathlon she coached me on and was totally there for me. She was a great friend through the whole thing.
Well, and we had fun doing it, which was great. But I think the most important thing is that your determination was so great. Like you put your mind to it, and you knew exactly what you wanted to do. And you got frustrated. Remember, we were actually around the Rose Bowl, and I think you fell several times.
I fell standing still, like I wasn't even moving. And I think I just fell over.
She just fell over. And
yeah.
the great thing is that Amy just kept getting up and doing it. And that determination was just something I could totally identify with, because I love that. And then you did your first triathlon alone, right? And then we did Pacific Triathlon together,
and Carlsbad.
And those were great triathlons. So, and
the other thing Chris taught me how to do is swim in the ocean, which I also didn't know how to do. Being a New Yorker, I didn't grow up swimming in waves, so we had a bunch of beach training sessions together where she taught me to get over my fear of entering and exiting the ocean.
Yeah.
And you know, the thing with triathlon was the first one I did. You know, there was this tremendous satisfaction I got from crossing the finish line, because I had always been active and healthy, but I was never athletic in that way. So I went home that day and signed up for 5 more, and out of those 5, I think Chris did 3 with me that year, and we just had an awesome time training and racing together and having breakfast after. I think that's the best part.
eggs.
Triathlon. Breakfast burrito.